Hi, Joe Stoll here, and let you and I talk today about something that probably both of us struggle with, the problem of gossip. Proverbs 11:13 says, "A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy man keeps a secret." R.G. Letourneau, the owner of a large earth-moving equipment company, often told this story. He used to say, we had a scraper known as the Model G. Somebody asked one of our salesmen what the G stood for. The salesman promptly replied, "Well, I guess the G stands for gossip, because like gossip, this machine moves a lot of dirt and moves it fast." Well, have you ever had the dirt on someone? Through some turn of events, maybe you know of another person's misfortune or mistake, and the news is burning a hole in your tongue. Is it okay to tell others? Is it okay to tell someone so that both of you can pray more intelligently about it? Or is telling it to anyone just plain old gossip? Well, gossip is defined as idle chatter that can injure another's integrity and reputation. This category of verbal sin does not always have malicious intent, but it's always damaging. Closely linked with gossip is the idea of whispering. In fact, in the Old Testament, the word gossip is often translated as whispering. One of the Hebrew words for gossip means whispering that is damaging. And in the New Testament, the Greek word for gossip is pronounced beginning with the sound ps, which is often how gossip is communicated. Gossip can be true information, but is always information that is not in the best interest of those who it is about or those who are hearing it. So, why is it so tempting to look both ways and then whisper juicy tidbits into the ear of the person next to us? Well, perhaps it's because gossip is a way of promoting ourselves. You know, having the latest news means that we are on the inside track, that we have the scoop. It's been said that if a person known as a gossip doesn't know about it, it's just not worth knowing, which is not a compliment. Gossip makes us the center of attention. All ears are tuned into our frequency. Having and spreading information about others gives us a sort of power, or at least the illusion of it. In the spirit of self-promotion, gossip neutralizes our own failures by making sure that others know the failures of someone else. Well, to put it bluntly, we like to gossip because it makes us feel good. But then, lots of sins make us feel good. Like poisoned sugar, gossip seems sweet, but it's deadly. And one of the problems with gossip is that it often backfires. Proverbs 11:13 says, "A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy man keeps a secret." If you like to gossip, you probably have friends or acquaintances who wonder if they can trust you with confidential information. Or you can understand why they may think, well, if they're telling me about that, who are they talking to about me? So it's no wonder that Proverbs 16:28 tells us that a gossiper separates the best of friends. And we should also note with concern that in Romans 1:28 through 29, gossips are listed among the defiled people who are haters of God. Now that's a serious charge. Well, the information may be true, it may be hot, and it may be interesting, but if it's not constructive and helpful, it's gossip. And that's a problem. If you have to tell someone, take it to the Lord in prayer. Everyone else is out of bounds.